Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Now let's get right into today's video. So if you have seen my recent video, I did do these cute little simple dip powder nails using dip powders from Double Dip, and I did mention in that video that I will be using them as acrylics for my next video, so that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. And I did swatch them as dip powders on these little swatch sticks, and I wanted to swatch them as acrylics just to see if the monomer mixed with it, to see if there's any difference. So I'm going to be doing that as well. And I wanted to show you guys, I did get a new brush. This is a brush I got from Amazon, the Pana brush. I've seen people use it all the time and they say it's a pretty good brush, so I did order one. This is the size 8 and I'm going to be using it in today's video. It was just sitting in my drawer and I just couldn't wait to use it, so here is the day I'm going to be using it. And I just love how the little handle is like an iridescent marble. That is so super pretty. So I'm going to be putting some monomer into my crown dappen dish, and the monomer I'm going to be using is from Not Polish. I'm just going to go ahead and get my brush ready so I can start swatching. I'm going to be using those same little swatch sticks that I got from Shein. I'm supposed to be doing a Aliexpress and Shein nail haul, but I just decided to open up a few things and you'll see in the later on in the video what I mean about that. But I'm just going ahead and swatching these under the underside of these little swatch sticks, and I really love them as acrylic. I feel like the powders are super buttery. When I pick up a bead, you can just literally see the bead just melts and it just becomes so buttery, and I really love that, especially since these powders are like mostly used for dip powders. I feel like they are super underrated for acrylics. And I do want to mention that I am just waking up, so I may sound a little bit weird. I just wanted to go ahead and get this this voiceover out the way, since this is a perfect time. Usually the house is loud with my nieces and stuff, so yeah, I am just waking up, and yeah. So far I am really loving these as acrylic powder. I believe I'll be using them as acrylic powders like more than I do dip powder nails. I really love the consistency. It's very nice, and like I said, it is super buttery. The powders isn't sticking to my brush either, which I really love, which means they aren't super messy and you can move them around without having a lot of trouble. So this is the last color I'm going to be swatching, and like I mentioned, you can literally just see that bead of acrylic just become so buttery and just melts, and I really love that. Like, I just can't get over how buttery these are. I feel like these are super beginner friendly. You can do dip nails or you can do acrylic nails and just practice for the price of one. So these are all of the powders swatched as acrylics, and they did become a little bit darker. I will compare the other swatches in a second, but yeah, these are how they look. The dip powder swatches are on the left. They are super lighter, well, on the top now, and the acrylic swatches are on the bottom. And they did become a little bit darker, which I kind of figured since the monomer is mixing with the powders. And yeah, I do believe I have a code for you guys to save 10% off. It will be linked down in the description box if you are interested in using or purchasing any of the dip powders from Double Dip. So now I have these full cover nails on my nail stand, and these are the square from Aliexpress. They are the dupe to the extreme square nails, and they are super affordable. So what I firstly started to do, I wanted to do like an ombre using 3 of the colors. I was going to use 4, so I was going to like mix up the colors, but it wasn't really working. This is how the pinky nail turned out. It kind of reminds me of like that popsicle we used to eat when we were younger. But yeah, it wasn't really coming out how I wanted it to, so I did start over. And I did just decide to use the green color, which is called Cutie Potootie. And this color has like a glittery iridescent shimmer to it. So even though I'm going to be using just one color, I feel like they won't be super simple because I don't have to encapsulate any glitters or anything. So I'm just going to be filling these in. I'm going to be using the Lazy Girl method, also known as the Femi Beauty method. This method is so genius. It's so easy, simple. It's very beginner friendly as well, and it doesn't take a lot of time at all. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start filling these nails in, but I'm only going to focus the powder in the middle of the nail and the tip, and I'm just going to put that back on the nail stand for it to dry. And the reason for this is they'll be so much more easier to apply. Instead of filling in the whole nail and having the acrylic powder wet, and everything just becomes like super like messy. I'm just going to allow the tips to dry and then go back in with the cuticle part, and I'm just going to repeat that over all of the nails. And then also I did have to make sure like these sides were completely covered, because if you don't fill that in, the nails on the sides will look empty and you don't want that. So I did make sure to fill in the sides. I did notice using wetter beads for that part did help a lot, because I'm not putting too much product and like it's wet, so I can basically move it how I want to move it, and like it's not too much product inside the nail. I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure these are really smooth, not too much product. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that over all of the nails. So this is how they look once I finished the thumb, and I did have to go back off camera to like fill in some of the sides because they weren't completely filled, so I just went ahead and did that off camera. And then now that I'm finished that, this is how they look. Super simple. And now it's time to do the cuticle area part. So basically it's just the same exact thing, just putting it at the cuticle part. And I'm gonna leave this acrylic a little bit wet so it can dry to my nail. And for the pinky finger, I did like take my time a little too much, and the powder did dry a little bit more, so I did have a hard time putting this on my nail. And I did have a little bit of spillage, so I was just like, since my acrylic brush is already wet with monomer, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this up with that brush. And I shouldn't have done that, because once I moved on to, I think, my middle finger, my pinky nail did start to burn. So never put monomer on your skin. I'm pretty sure I already know that. I don't know why I just decided to do that. So I did pull out some alcohol in my regular cleanup brush, and I'm just going to be removing the spillage with that from now on. So as you can see, the reason I let the tips dry first is because how I'm holding it, I can really like put that on the nail exactly how I want without any like wetness to the tip part. And baby girl nails do this on her channel all the time, and it's super clever. So yeah, it just makes it so much more easy to apply the nails. And just like that, super simple and super easy, I'm just going to go ahead and apply all of the nails. And I did notice using wetter beads allowed them to attach to my nail better, because if the acrylic powder dries, then it won't really stick to your nail. So you want to make sure that the beads are a little bit wet, and also you never want to have too much in that area, because you will get a ton of spillage. A little bit of spillage is okay. You can just go ahead and wipe around the cuticle just like I did. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and continue putting on all of the nails. That I will come back once I'm done. I'm done with my thumb, and this is how the nails are looking, and honestly they look super good already. I haven't even done any filing, like they just look so perfect. And honestly, I just couldn't stop looking at them. Like, this color is just super gorgeous. And here I am in another clip still looking at them because honestly I just love them so much. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get into the filing part, just to kind of clean up these spillage areas and reshape the nails. Even though you don't really have to do a lot of filing, I did go ahead and do that. So I'm just filing these sides to kind of straighten that out, and then also the free edge. Then I will go in with my nail drill and a sanding band to go around the cuticle area. And I did leave this in real time because I wanted you guys to see that the filing didn't take long at all, and it's super simple. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and let this filing play out, and then I'll come back once I finish. So like I said, I am going to take a sanding band and go around the cuticle area. This part is sped up just because it did take me a little bit longer. I was trying to be careful going around my cuticle area. I didn't want to cut myself, so yeah, that's why I sped it up. But I'm just going to go ahead and repeat that over all of the nails, and this just gives the nails a more natural look, like that pretty acrylic look, and that's what I wanted, and I did achieve it. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and continue doing this over all of the nails. And then after I went around the cuticle area, I did take, I believe this is the cone drill bit, and I'm just getting underneath the nail. I'm only going to show like the pinky nail, and I did do the other nails as well because I didn't like how they look like super messy. So yeah, I did clean that up, and I'm going to repeat that over all of the nails. I didn't show it, but once I did, I'm just going to wipe off the dust. Now this part I feel like it's not really necessary, especially using this method, because you already have your application underneath the nails. So like you don't really have any scratches that you need to buff away, but I'm going to be buffing away the shine so I can go in with the top coat and also my bling. So yeah, I'm just going to be repeating that over all of the nails. And once we are done, I'm just going to take that cute little unicorn brush, and I'm just going to be dusting away all of the dust. And these nails look even better now, like the shape is just so pretty. Now here is a little sneak peek of one or two of the items from my upcoming Aliexpress haul. I got these from Aliexpress, and I just couldn't help but use these in today's video. These were only, I believe they were like $20 to $25, and honestly that is such a good price for all of these charms. I see these charms for like $40 to $55 on like other websites, and honestly like I just couldn't resist it. So firstly, before I apply the charms, I'm going to be going over all of the nails with some top coat, and the top coat I'm using is from Modern Ones. This is their no wipe top coat, and I decided to use the top coat first just so that I won't have to try to go around these big charms and create that buildup that I don't like. So I'm just going to be applying the top coat first and then applying the gems on top of it using my makartt rhinestone glue. So now I'm just going to cure that top coat for 30 seconds in the light, and I'm just going to go ahead and start applying my charms. Guys, honestly, these was literally my favorite purchase in a very long time. Like, I was so happy when these came in the mail. And I did pull out these little money signs, which I believe I got from Sheen, I believe, and I did have the silver ones here. I don't know where my mom was at, but these silver did not match with the gold, and luckily I did get some gold money signs, so later I will pull that out and use those instead. And here is a closer look of these charms. I've seen a lot of people use these charms. Like, these are really popular now, and like honestly they're just so gorgeous. So like I said, I am going to be using my makartt rhinestone glue, and if you are interested in this, you can save 15% using my discount code, which will be linked down below from the makartt website. And I'm just going to be putting this where I want the charms to be, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply those how I like. And I will be taking my mini UV LED light to flash cure these in place until I'm ready to pop them into the bigger light. So yeah, I'm just going to continue doing that. This process was so satisfying to watch. Like, I just had to leave all of it in, and yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back once I'm done. So now I just want to take the time to say, if you haven't joined my giveaway, in 2 videos back I did do a collaboration giveaway with Nail Addict. They are giving away 5 different gel polishes of your choices, and then I am also putting in a polygel kit from Amazon. So whoever wins will get the gel polishes and the polygel kit. If you haven't joined that giveaway, please make sure you go. I'll leave that video in the cards. All of the rules will be in the pinned comment. So the thumb was definitely one of my favorite placements, just because like I had more space to work with, even though I only put 3, like I put 3 on each nail, but I feel like the thumb was like one of my favorites. So yeah, once I've done that, since I already top coated the nails and I don't have to top coat them again, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my cuticle oil and rub that into all of my cuticles. And here's how the nails turned out. Honestly, I'm so obsessed with these. Like, the application, the process, like everything was just so perfect. The colors, the charms, I'm just so obsessed. So I will have everything linked down below if you are interested. I did enjoy using these powders as acrylics. The consistency, the coverage, everything was just super nice, and the quality very buttery. I did enjoy that. So this was definitely one of my favorite videos to film. As you can see, they had like a lot of shimmery sparkles in that color. Comment down below what you guys thought of this nail set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.